Good afternoon, class. Today we're going to practice solving algebraic equations. So let's start with 3a plus 3 equals 9. The reason this is an algebraic equation comes from the variable. We want to isolate the variable to determine what its value is. To do that, we combine like terms. We have three terms in this equation. We have 3a plus 3 and 9. Okay? The a is currently attached to a 3. The 3 and the 9 are by themselves and have no variables. So that's where we'll start. Let's subtract 3 from both sides. Okay, so subtracting 3 from both sides gives us 3a plus 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So let's just leave that out. Equals 9 minus 3 is 6. Okay, now we're down to two things. We have the 3a on the left and the 6 on the right. We want to get the a by itself. We currently have 3 times a equals 6. So to get the a by itself, we're going to undo the 3. Since the 3 is being multiplied by the a, to undo it, we will divide. Okay, 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. So that leaves us with a equals 6 divided by 3 is 2. That leaves us with a equals 2. To check our work, let's put that variable back in. Does 3 times 2 plus 3 equal 9? 3 times 2 is 6 plus 3 equals 9. Okay, we have checked our work. We know that we have done this correctly. Okay, let's try another one. Our second example is 8b divided by 4 equals 6. Okay, now we have a fraction on the left. We want to get rid of that fraction so we can get the b on its own. So let's tackle the denominator first. We have 8 times b divided by 4 equals 6. Since we are dividing by 4, to undo that operation, we're going to multiply. Multiply both sides by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 6 times 4 is 24. So we have 8b equals 24. Now we want to get the b by itself. We have 8 times b equals 24. So to undo that operation, we will divide. 8 divided by 8 is equal to 1. So we get b equals 24 divided by 8, which is 3. To check our work, let's put this back in. Is 8 times 3 divided by 4 equal to 6? Well, 8 times 3 is 24. 24 divided by 4 is indeed 6. So we have done this correctly. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, now we have 9 equals 7x over 2. Again, we have a fraction on one side, so let's clean up that fraction by getting rid of the denominator first. Let's multiply both sides by 2, because again, we're combining like terms. 2 times 9 is 18 equals, those cancel, 7x. Now to isolate the x, we divide both sides by 7. Okay, and we get 18 divided by 7 equals x, with my 7's canceling. So 18 divided by 7 is 2.6. We have 2.6 equals x. Again, if we put that back in and see if that gives us the correct answer, we have 9 equals 7 times 2.6 over 2. So if you put that back into your calculator, 2.6 times 7 is 18.2 divided by 2 gives you 9.1. Now that's not exact, but keep in mind that we rounded. Had we left a few more significant figures in there, we would have gotten much closer to our original answer. So yes, that is correct. Okay, let's try another one. 2 divided by x equals 7 divided by 3. Now we have fractions on both sides of our equal sign. There are two ways you can solve this. The first is the cross multiplication method, where you multiply the denominator by the numerator of the opposite fraction. So 2 times 3 is 6 equals x times 7 is 7x. And then divide both sides by the 7 to isolate the x, and you get 6 over 7 equals x. Putting that into your calculator, 6 divided by 7 gives you 0.86. Okay. Your other option, or second method, is to take the fraction on the right that has no variables in it and turn it into a decimal. So 7 divided by 3 gives you 2.333333 repeating. So you have 2 over x equals 2.333 repeating. Okay, that line over the 3's just indicates that those are repeating 3's. Now we want to isolate the x, but in this case the x is in the denominator. In order to isolate it, we must get it out of there. We must get it out of the denominator. So let's multiply both sides by x to get it out of the denominator and get rid of our fraction. So those x's on the left cancel, leaving us with 2 equals 2.33333333x. Again, to isolate the x, we are going to divide both sides by 2.33 so that those cancel, and we get that x equals 2 divided by 2.33333, which gives us an answer of 0.86. Okay? And you can see that no matter which method we use, we got the same answer. Let's check our work real quick. Is 2 divided by 0.86 equal to 7 divided by 3? So 2 divided by 0.86 is 2.33. And 7 divided by 3 is 2.33. So we have done this correctly. Okay, let's try one more. Okay, we have 7 times parentheses x plus 6 plus 7x equals 9. In this case, we have a set of parentheses we have to deal with. So since we have a number outside of those parentheses we must distribute, we must multiply the 7 by everything within the parentheses. So 7 times x and 7 times 6. So 7 times x is 7x, plus 7 times 6 is 42, plus 7x equals 9. Again, we want to combine like terms. This term and this term both have an x in them. So if we combine those, 7x plus 7x equals 14x. Okay? And then, of course, we're going to combine these two terms which don't have variables in them. So we have plus 42 equals 9. Now, to combine them, we are going to subtract 42 from both sides. Okay. And so 9 minus 42 is negative 33. So we have 14x equals negative 33. Now, in this case, the 14 and the 33 are like terms, and we want to isolate the x. So we're going to divide both sides by 14 so that the 14s cancel out, and we are left with x equals negative 33 divided by 14 gives us negative 2.36. Okay. And again, I rounded that number off, but if we were to put that number back in, we would see that we get the answer. So let me go back here. So if we were to check our work, we would say 7 times negative 2.36 plus 6 plus 7x. Oops, sorry, that should be plus 7 times negative 2.33, or negative 2.36 rather, equals 9. Again, of course, to check this, we have to distribute by everything. However, with no variables in here, we could also combine those two terms. So negative 2.36 plus 6 gives us 3.64. So 7 times 3.64 plus 7 times negative 2.36 gives us negative 16.52 equals 9. 7 times 3.64 is 25.48 plus negative 16.52. Does that equal 9? Well, let's put it in our calculator. Plus negative 16.52 gives us 8.96, which again is not exactly 9, but it's not exactly 9 because we rounded. Had we not rounded, we would have gotten exactly 9. So thank you so much for listening and hope to see you soon.